Look, Rich, I know you have a rundown in front of you in terms of how you think the night's going to go. So you've been preparing all this time and you're getting ready to announce the picks and talk about, hey, how we're going to, cover this and cover that. And then all of a sudden, a couple of hours before the draft starts, Lamar Jackson signs the richest contract in NFL history. Like, how did that change some of the plans, or what was the buzz with Lamar signing that deal right before the draft kicked off?
Well, I mean, it was exciting, that the Ravens did get this deal done. It also took them out of the mix for a quarterback if they were really even thinking about it. I mean, they did have Anthony Richardson for a top 30, but
right.
I don't know how aggressive they might have been if Lamar had turned down whatever offer that they had on the table for him. But as I suspected, when Jalen Hurts signed, to me, that's a template. Like, there it is, right there. We even had, like, the pointing Rick Dalton gif from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We popped it up on our screen. That was Eric DeCosta. Once the Eagles made their deal with Jalen Hurts, that's it right there. That's the deal that we can offer Lamar. Just make it a little bit better, and he should take it. And I was wondering how that landed in Camp Lamar, and it sure landed appropriately. And it landed the plane for the Ravens. And then for them to clearly double down on getting Odell by drafting Zay Flowers, that was a nice, move in my mind. Rashad Bateman comes back healthy, and Mark Andrews is a top tight end in the league in the running attack with Lamar, with the new offensive coordinator from Georgia and Todd Monken. I'm excited to see how the Ravens go, and that's why you need a seat at this table, this AFC table that has been set by the host city here with the quarterbacks that are working in the AFC. You got to have yours, and so I'm excited about seeing Lamar. But in terms of just the draft and how it was going to play, the only thing I was truly thinking of was, is DeAndre Hopkins going to be on the move tonight or not?
Yes.
And he didn't move, and Derrick Henry didn't move, and Will Levis didn't move from the draft green room. And I'm wondering how that all plays in tonight. If we're going to hear any of those names tonight, obviously we'll definitely hear Will Levis tonight. But the other veterans who potentially could have been on the move, I'm wondering if they'll go tonight too.
Yeah, Rich, a couple more for you. Just how shocked were you that Will Levis spent this evening in the green room?
Quite. I as you know, I had him dropping out of my mock top 10. But the fact that nobody came back up to go grab him for a fifth year of contractual control, it kind of surprised me. I saw Tom Pelissero this morning when I appeared on Good Morning Football. I saw his tweets as well. He told me what he was tweeting out, that a lot of teams are calling the Steelers at 32 to see if Levis can be snagged there. And there are obviously a lot of stories that have blossomed into amazing NFL stories, from second-round picks at the quarterback position, Drew Brees being one.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts had the richest contract in the NFL for about 10 days. So there's a lot of reasons why he's still okay, but that had to be a long night for him last night. I am surprised that nobody drafted him, and the same thing for Hendon Hooker. But that just might also be a byproduct of so many playoff teams that don't need quarterbacks at the bottom of the draft. However, instead of trading out to get more draft capital, allow somebody to come back in to get Levis or Hendon Hooker, they made some picks with some really talented players that they didn't want to pass up on, because they're all trying to chase down Mahomes either with a pass rusher or stay in distance with Mahomes by choosing somebody on the offensive side of the ball to put points on the board. Dalton Kincaid, perfect example for the Bills. Instead of trading out, they traded up. They beat, TJ's Cowboys to the punch on him.
Yep.
They jumped up to go get him instead of trading out. The Eagles, why would they trade out when Nolan Smith is dropping to him? I mean, that's the most Eagles pick they could make there, too. So you put it all together, and I don't, him dropping out of the first round might have to also do with circumstance as much as people, not being sold on him as well.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.